Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's my Dread4 here, and welcome back to some more Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. As in our last session, we began our journey as Aqua, the gifted mage with kind of average stats, but very, very good at magic, hence the mage of the three trios. And we came here to the Castle of Dreams, home to Cinderella, the fairy godmother, Jacques the Mouse, the annoying stepmother and stepsisters, actually that's about it in terms of... I mean, I guess you count the prince and his little servant, but... I don't know, they're kind of minor in terms of the actual plot. At least when it comes to this story. That being said, if you have not seen those previous 4 videos already, go check them out in the descriptions playlist down below. A great way to start a series, even if it was a bit all over the place, as I will admit. Thinking that's not much of a surprise. When it comes to beginning a series that I have played before, it's kind of hard to get all the basics offhand, so we can just go into the straight up, okay, they know this, so I don't have to speak too highly about it. But yeah, anyway, today we continue our journey. Now that we have cleared the Castle of Dreams, we can now move on to 2 new worlds. 3 if you count the arena in the corner, but we don't talk about that, at least not now. That being said, before we move on, time to begin the melding stage. If you guys remember from the end of the last session, I mentioned how at the beginning and or end of each session, I'm going to be melding. I may or may not be melding certain commands together to see if we can get ourselves some special abilities, as well as some new weapons. Or, not weapons, new commands. So that being said, let's begin on that, shall we? So, I basically did everything I said I was going to do. I grabbed I got the optional cures, so I maxed those out, as well as Thunder, Bind, Slow, 2 Slide Dashes, and Barrier Surge. So we're going to start off in this. And now you guys can actually see the official melding system. So the way the melding system works is you got 2 commands. It could be anything. It could be Quick Blitz, it could be Slide Dash, whatever. Generally speaking, the thing has to be at max level, although that's not always the case from what I'm just barely realizing. But yeah, you have 2 slots. So starting off, let's say we go with... Slide Dash, that's 1. And then Thunder. You'll be able to tell what you can and can't meld based on the little highlighted icons. Since Barrier Surge isn't highlighted, you can't use that. But you got Blizzard and Thunder that you can use. And alternatively, you can click the triangle button to hide all the unusable ones, and just get a rough summary of what you can use. It makes things easier when you're trying to grind things, and you just instead of just going like click, 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 click until you find the actual ability. Makes things much smoother. So yeah, that's that. We're gonna add Thunder here. And then we have the item. Select the citizen's item which will add an ability to a new command you create. And we got a bunch of crystals here, and these are just like these are a majority of what you can obtain, but these are these are just the basics. You got the Shimmering Crystal. It attaches abilities which increase the damage you deal with fire and other elemental attacks. Basically an element boost. So say you have like maybe you're melding fire and fire to make Faraga, or fire and fire to make Thyra, or Fira, as some people pronounce it, sounds weird to me, you'd get a fire boost thing. And same with Blizzard Thunder. The Fleeing Crystal is a bit interesting. It attaches abilities which reduce reload time for your commands. Because, you know, it's very annoying to wait for those things to reload, especially if you're switching out commands every now and again. The Pulsing Crystal attaches various abilities, some for example which increases the damage you deal with certain types of attacks. Also, jumping the gun a little bit, this is the crystal that you will definitely need if you want to create yourself a once more and second chance abilities. So make sure you have these on hand. You will not regret it. The Wellspring Crystal attaches various abilities, some for example which allow you to perform longer combos. So basically your combo boost, air combo boost, sometimes finishing boost, combo finisher boost, that sort of thing. The Soothing Crystal attaches HP related abilities, one for example which boosts your maximum HP. Not my personal thing, but it can have other cool effects. Although I don't personally like the HP boost, it's kind of pointless. And then the Hungry Crystal attaches abilities which increase HP prize drops or help you scoop prizes up. So that basically be your treasure magnet, your lucky slash jackpot. So yeah, these are the basics. And grinding these things is actually not as difficult as you think. Well, give or take. The Shimmering Crystal here, for example, this took me an hour to get. because getting it here is very, very rare. And when we get to the next world, you'll be able to find these things easily. But getting it here, ooh, good luck. But yeah, I was lucky enough to actually grab this. So for our synthesis, our melding, I'm going to use a fleeting crystal, which will give ourselves an ability that can reduce reload time. So we got that. We'll see with melding. With new commands, like I said before, you'll have question mark, question mark, question mark if it's something you haven't done already, or you don't have a recipe for. And then the Great Saw is just the ability you'll get. That only becomes that actually only shows the thing if you're melding multiple commands of the exact same type. So if I were to, for some reason, do another Slide Dash and Thunder with a Fleeting Crystal, it'll tell you the ability there. Although I personally wouldn't care about that, because again, that's what the internet's for. So with Slide Dash and Thunder, we get ourselves the Stun Edge with an Attack Haste, which will reload our attack commands a lot quicker. And of course, there's a similar one for Magic, but I don't think I actually use that one much in this in Aqua story. Ironically enough, you know, being the mage character and all. Next up, we're gonna go on and create ourselves. Well, we're gonna put ourselves a Quick Blitz, I believe, and yeah, and Bind. And we're gonna also add a Fleeting Crystal here. And this time, we get ourselves and also another Attack Haste. For saying that, I thought it was gonna be something different. But this one I know for a fact is going to be different, so now we're going to combine the two blizzards that we have in our arsenal. And like I said, it'll tell you which one it is based on the recipes you got. Since we got the magic recipe from earlier, we basically now know all our second tier spells. But it doesn't tell you anything about the secret ability it comes with. And the Fleeting Crystal, I'm sure you got an idea what it makes. Lazara with a Magic Haste. And then last but not least, if you manage to do this, and fortunately I did, combine two cures, you'll get Cura, and with a Shimmering Crystal, you get the Cure Boost, which increases your curing potential for any healing-related abilities. And I'm not just talking about Cures and Curagas, no, there are more abilities that are good for restoring HP, and oh man, is it glorious. But yeah, that's the basics, that's all I think I need to worry about right now. Is there anything else I can meld? No, there is not. Okay, we got Barrier Surge and Slide Dash. These two will be safe for much later, as well, in addition to Slow. So for now, we can just go to edit our deck, and we're going to equip ourselves with some of the new abilities. Now, I'm going to keep Barrier Surge on there for one reason only, and you'll see when we get there. But instead, I'm going to equip... I guess it doesn't matter. Spinning attack versus a jumping attack. You know what? We'll go with the Binding Strike. And then we'll equip Lazara and Cura. And then we can switch things around so we have this. So one regular attack and then one spell attack. And then I'm going to put the Cura on shortcut for if I need it. And then, since this just reminded me, I got ourselves a new finisher off screen. If we go over to Finish Commands, you'll see that I've obtained the Gold Rush. Perform a leaping strike that sometimes causes enemies to drop money. This is obtained when you've obtained 100 gold... just money. I was about to go with the Gold Guild route, but no. Once you've got 1,000 money total, you'll unlock this ability. And I should mention this now, if you do manage to get one of these two abilities beforehand, the extra money you get for Gold Rush will not count. That's one thing you gotta keep in mind. So say now, for unlocking this, we need to use Twin Flow a few more times, but since I'm in Gold Rush mode and I use that finisher, it's not going to add to this, for many reasons. So also keep that in mind if you need to. Yeah, Gold Rush, without a doubt the most beneficial finisher you can ever equip. As it says, sometimes it will cause enemies to drop money. And as you get further on in the game, you can get better ones. Like a second better Gold Rush, as well as a fourth tier. You can go up to 5 tiers when it comes to the Gold Rush. I'm not sure about everything else, but Gold Rush is without a doubt the best. I mean, hey, I love my Twin Flow, but I love money more. And if you're going for the melding stuff, you're going to want as much money as you can get. So that being said, we've done everything we need to. Anything else I need to equip? I think that's about it, actually. I guess. Unless, do I have a new Shock Lock command? Oh yeah, Thunderstorm. Not get pay out mind to that. Again, I do not like Thunderstorm. It is not a very useful command, so I'm not going to waste my time on it. But now we can be on our way. Let's head out to the world map and see where we're going next. Now, like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I'm going to be doing this in order of combat level, in case I didn't mention that earlier. So you have Dwarf Woodlands, which are level 2, And then we have the Enchanted Dominion, which is combat level 3. And of course here's the Mirage Arena, which has no treasure or combat level. Basically a bit of an extra thing, and again I'll get to that in a very later part of the series. But yeah, next up we're heading on to the Dwarf Woodlands, probably one of my favorite ones of the basic 3 worlds. And you'll see why in a minute. So for those who do know the Snow White plot, here's all this random woman. Okay, Snow White and Apple. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get something from strangers, I immediately throw that thing away. You can never trust them after all. Crunchy, crunchy, crunch. And there goes our princess. Wah, wah, wah. And that's not anything for Snow White kicking. Well, by slightly changed.
What has happened here?
Poor Snow White.
She died peacefully, at least.
She was just as sweet as could be.
She sang us pretty songs.
Birdie.
And made us smile. At bedtime, she told wonderful stories. About falling in love with the prince she'd met.
And when we went to work, she gave us all a kiss.
She was so full of kindness. Why, she made better folk of all of us.
From what you've said, she must have been very loved. But how did this happen to her?
A wicked queen was horribly jealous of our dear Snow White's beauty. So she used her evil magic to change into an old hag. Then she gave Snow White a poisoned apple.
And by the time we got here, well, it was just too late.
Here's my question. How did you guys even know that?
Still as can be.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie in a while, but how would you know that the old hag was the evil witch?
We can help her?
Is there something I'm missing here?
Well, not unless somebody craves the vessel. I'll braves the castle.
No, you fools can stay here doing nothing. But I'm not afeard of going, not even to that witch's lair.
You'll never make it. The castle's supposed to be guarded by magic and crawling with monsters.
All right. Then I'll go.
You will?
I will. Leave it to me.
Well, all right, my dear. We'd be much obliged.
And just like that, begins the Dwarf Woodlands plot at its very, very darkest end. Too bad we couldn't have been here to stop this. But, alas, we were too late. Anyway, before we move on our way, of course you know what happens. Time to get ourselves some treasure chests. Here you can find yourselves 3 in particular. One right back here, which will give you the poison command, which is exactly what it sounds like. Back here, I recommend grabbing this one above all else. Get yourselves Payback Surge. Use Payback to counterattack after an enemy attack sending you flying. Just press square, recover, and strike back. It's literally the counter from Kingdom Hearts 2. Although I gotta say, using Payback Surge is a bit annoying in this game. You know, because again, in order to trigger it, you have to be 1, send flying, and 2, press the square button. In the previous games, you get sent back and just press X and you're good to go, but this time they changed things around. It's a bit weird, but it can be helpful if you remember it. So let's go click that right away, why don't we? Also, you'll maybe notice this little interesting thing here with Barrier. We got ourselves a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Sub-slot, I guess? I think that can be attached to the Barrier. We'll get into that later, but in case you guys are curious, it's a very, very useful ability as well. Alright, so there's 2 chests right there. The 3rd chest you can grab is by going in here to the cottage. As you probably will expect, giant chest. And with the giant chest comes a map to... Oh, never mind. Well, I'm Well, don't I feel like an idiot? Here we get the attack recipe, a recipe list that reveals what you will create if your melding combination will result in a basic attack command. So if you were unsure about melding before, well then just come here, grab that, and you're good to go. Now we're good. And do a quick save point, just to be safe. I think that's what they're made for, right? To be saved. That was horrible, I'm sorry. I'm no Chuck Conroy, but I know when my puns go bye-bye. When they go bitty-bitty-batty. But alright, now we're gonna head on to the next area. And, well, do our thing. Here we have ourselves the, it's called the Deep Woods or the Forest Clearing. I can never be sure. Let's see. Yeah, Deep Woods. Here you can also find 3 more chests, 2 which are blatantly in front of you, kind of hard to miss, which contain the 2 items that I showed you. The second one being the Ether, the first one I don't even remember, but obviously not important because, well, I don't remember. And now, here's Gold Rush. Bang! Now, the way Gold Rush works is kind of a random generator thing. Basically, at max, if you hit one enemy, the finishing command will make the enemy, well, let the enemy drop like, I think 7 money in a single strike. Sometimes it'll be nothing. The highest you'll get is 7. So it's kind of random. So why should I equip it? Because the money matters. Again, if you're going for the whole melding situation that I am, you're going to want as much money as you can get. And why is money going to be important? Well, need I spell it out? The friggin' Moogle shop. The higher the ability, the higher the cost. So grab as much money as you can. If you don't care about that, or more importantly, you just want to level up your twin flow, there is one trick you can actually abuse later, once we get further on through this world. But until then, we're just going to keep sticking with our Gold Rush and do things as we are. As for renaming it, I have no idea what I'm going to call it. I'll see if I can find some kind of money pun within Tales of, well, just Tales of the series. That made me feel great. Actually, I think I got an idea what I could call it. At least for temporary. Let me just get rid of this annoying little buddy. Anyone else? Nope, okay. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if you go to pause, and your command view just filled, it automatically empties, especially if you're in a command style, so tough luck. Doesn't happen when you're in pause menu, say in the middle of battle, but when we go to a menu, it goes bye-bye. What was I doing again? Alright, commands. Let's go to our finishing commands, and let's rename this. Gold Rush I like, but... wow. My brain went dead. I'm getting myself a Gil Rush. There we go. In tribute to the Tale series. Maybe I think that's what the currency's called. I can't remember. But alright, there was that. Now we're good to go. Now my question is, if we rename the thing, does it count as a recharge? No, it doesn't. Okay. I was afraid that renaming things might actually send this whole thing into a reload, but I'm glad that wasn't the case. Thank goodness. But speaking of which, the abilities from earlier. Here's the way you can tell whether or not an ability is permanent. So you have Cure Boost, Attack Haste, Magic Haste, etc., etc. You see how the equipped thing is blue? That automatically tells you that, yes, you have it, but it's not something that is with you permanently. If you go to view it further, you'll see it has on for the ability it has. You can't turn it off, by the way, until you've actually maxed it out, so tough luck if that is the case. Although I have no idea why you'd want to turn it off, they are all great abilities. But just there for you guys if you want to know. Alright, so we got 2 chests over there, we got ourselves some more on burst here. Just keep smacking them. And as you can probably tell, I've already lost trouble with these guys than before. Because again, you know, I'm at level 10. I've grinded a bit. Like, this can be seen as a little bit overpowered, but for what it's worth, I'd say this is worth it. Because it gives you a bit of a fair challenge, instead of just having to go into balls to the walls nuts of the actual crowd mode. Come on, buddy, you want a piece of me? There you such, you're facing. Ow. You little tool. Okay, you're still alive somehow. Ow. Cut that out, Fighting Strike. Kill Rush. Woo! Thanks for the monies. Alright, and now the last chest, which contains a high potion. How I love the high potions. Although if you're level 10, again like I am, you may not even need them. At least not until later. And now we are here in the forest clearing. Here you can find only one chest, thankfully. This place is mainly for fighting in first. It's a perfect grind spot if you haven't done so already in the, what is it? The Castle of Dreams. It's also here where you can get yourself some brand new abilities. Or a brand new shimmering crystal. Not shimmering. Just brand new sensitive materials in general. You know, you can smack these guys, not even worry about things. But yeah, a little bit of a story here for you guys. So when I first started playing this game, you know, for the Let's Play, I had done this without even doing any grinding. And there are a millennia of unversed here. Not to give you a good shot for leveling up, but they can hit you hard as well. I died over 10 times because I was so stubborn when it came to grinding levels. Why am I telling you this? Because a lot of people can be that way. My tip, the moment you level up, leave the area. Granted, the unversed will respawn, I'm aware of that, but it's better to have to level up than to just, you know, waste that opportunity and have to re-grind it. I cannot stress that enough. And I think it's everyone here, so let's go grab this little chest right here. And guess there's another Hungry Crystal, go figure. Alright, and before we go on forward, I'm going to switch out abilities a little bit. I'm going to get rid of Binding Strike for Slow. In fact, I'll even get rid of Cura for Poison. So why am I doing this? Well, once things reload, I'll tell you. On your first run here to the Dwarf Woodlands, at least as Aqua, should you decide to run into this corner right here, you get yourselves a brand new Heartless. These things are basically the... what are those things called? I can't even remember. They're those little gumball machines from Kingdom Hearts 2. Hitting these guys will get you certain items, like Peach Fantasy and other things. Thing is, they disappear after a long period of time. They'll usually come in groups of 4, and if you can get rid of them all at once, well, then good for you. You get yourselves a bunch of free items. So let's go check on our little stock right here. We got ourselves some Peach Fantasy, Gasberry, and Merry Mint. A delicious prize is obtained from the prize pod. It looks like it could be used as an ingredient. Ingredient for what, you're asking? Well, again, you're going to have to wait until much later in the series. I want to say about 3 worlds later? Not too long away, but it can be very helpful. Especially if you are struggling. Again, probably not going to be me. As cocky as that sounds. But okay, so we did that. Now let's be on our way. Oh, actually, let's switch out abilities again. I can switch out Slow because things maxed out. I want to actually upgrade everything else. For Cura, or actually that goes right here. And then this for Binding Strike. Here we go. Now we're good.
Is something wrong?
This castle. It's different somehow. And I can't find the princess or hear her beautiful voice. Was it all a dream?
Wait. You mean you know Snow White?
Oh, yes. We met once. It was a song that drew us together.
Really? Is that also how the movie went?
To the princess?
Again, I'm seriously asking. I have no idea. I haven't watched this movie in a long time.
The Wicked Queen tricked her into eating a poisoned apple.
I must go to her. Where is she?
In the woods, guarded by 7 kind dwarfs.
I will find her. Perhaps there's a way I can help.
Leave me, dude, you're gonna get slaughtered by the... never mind. Who knows, maybe Plum Porns will save him. But yeah, now we're here at the courtyard. Not just any courtyard, the Dwarf Woodlands courtyard, because this is the place... Well, 1, there's multiple courtyards, and 2, this is a place where you can start abusing certain abilities. What do I mean? Well, let's start grabbing some things first before I get into that. So come over here, there's a sticker for the picnic basket, and nothing much else. You come here right by a staircase, under this little arch, you here's this giant thing, and this one is actually the map. So now you can actually see the dwarf woodlands. And then finally, if you come over here to the actual next entrance, you'll find the third treasure chest with a potion. But there's one more item you can find here. There's 4 in total. If you look up here, if I can get a good angle. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Right there is a treasure chest waiting for you. Oh, there's actually one right to the right of us. But yeah, that treasure chest, the developers did not intend for you to get, right off the bat. It's one of those treasure chests you need to come back for way later when you get to. However, they've not, begin thinking about how to actually abuse things. Basically, what we need to do is get yourselves an ability that can make you jump higher so you can actually jump onto that little ledge, as well as do the same thing for over there. But you can abuse that easily. So just jump off this, Fairy Surge! It'll either take you up here or you'll cling onto the ledge. One of 2 things. And then, you just gotta wait for this thing to reload once more, and do the exact same thing. Yeah! You'll climb onto this little ledge, and get yourselves Vision Faraga! Which is... I don't know how to think about it. I'm kind of indifferent to the ability. But here's basically how it is. Launch a ball of fire that explodes when it hits an enemy, catching nearby foes in a blast. So it's basically a more destructive version of Faraga, hence Vision Faraga. It's an alright ability, not my favorite thing in the world, but it does its job very well, and it's going to help us in a quick second. So, since we don't need the healing right now, I'm just going to equip that for Vision Faraga, and have that on my side for a little bit. And now we just head on over to the next area of the Woodlands.